What's your first crack, Joey?
Well, my first crack came out of the game today at the MCG, but it was more the sideshow to the main game, and that was Sideshow Jack Ginnivan, and what's becoming a really hot topic with him playing for free kicks and what that's doing within game. So early in the game today, for those that didn't see it, he got 2 free kicks, probably with touch and go. Like there, he's thrown his body forward when he was feeling the contact. That was paid a free kick. You know, Morrison could have said he went side on. There was another one earlier where there was a slight hold on him that set up his first goal of the game. But then the consequence of that, late in the game, he tried and played for 3 more free kicks and didn't get them in the 4th quarter. And it's just got everyone thinking about, is this the reputation that he wants to have going forward as an AFL player? He's only young into his career and he's had a terrific start, 14 games. But does he want this to be his brand? Does he want to be identified as a player that ducks and dives for free kicks, that the opposition players and the opposition fans see as villain number 1? So again, you see this one late. As soon as he gets the ball, he's trying to get a free kick. He's either falling forward, lifting the arm, playing for it. Now, I don't care if he wants to be this way. If this is what he wants, but it's up to him. If he wants this reputation, this brand as a player that's going to be known for ducking and diving every time he goes near the ball and gets contact. Before you comment further, let's hear from his coach, Craig McRae.
Playing for free kicks is an interesting way of putting it. I think players are really good at avoiding tackles and learning how to evade tackles and make it hard to be tackled. So we tell our players to spend time over the ball, which means that you're probably going to get some front-on contact, but we want to keep the ball in front of us. Being tackled and versus getting tackled, that we practice that. I think it's a skill, and it forces the tackler to really be on his best game. So, is it within the rules? There's no rule against it at the minute. Maybe I need to get some clarity because, as far as I'm aware, that it is a free kick, so we'll just get some clarity around that. But I think you can't get paid a free kick because we don't like that you're getting free kicks. I'm not sure if that's the case, so I'll just get some clarity around that. Clearly, when you're getting a ground ball, and then the tackle taking on the tackle, Dusty does it with an arm. Others, Joel Selwood's made a living at it. I think it's smart. I think it's smart play.
You agree with that? It's smart play.
It probably is smart, but I don't think that it's in the spirit of the game. I don't think that that milking a free kick is a skill. I think anyone, if they really wanted to, can fall forward every time they feel a tackle, or can sort of stick their head under if they want to get a high tackle. I think any player could do that. So I don't necessarily agree that it's a talent like a Dustin Martin fend-off. And Joel Selwood, yes, he gets a lot of free kicks, but a lot of the time it was to shrug to get out of a tackle.
Have you ever said that about Joel?
That what?
That he does the same thing.
Yeah, well, I think we've all spoken about Joel Selwood, that he's played for a lot of free kicks.
Do you think that he's going to carry that reputation?
I think it's a part of him, but I think Joel Selwood's gone another level. We know he's one of the toughest players we've ever seen.
So that
separates him from very young in his career.
Would you give him some grace for a little while before we?
If he ends up playing like Joel Selwood, and he has a career that Joel Selwood has, I'm sure.
He's probably not going to have.
Well, then we probably won't see him in the same way. But there's a lot of other players that.
It's a skill, though, isn't it? I think
he's doing a skill to.
Well, I think it is
to duck and dive for free kicks.
To challenge the opposition to tackle you correctly, and if you get it wrong, it's a goal. He kicked another couple of goals today and a 4-point result. He's become a serious AFL player, one of the most watchable players in the comp, because something always happens.
Yep. He's become a very watchable player. Yeah. Every time today he went near the ball, we're all wondering what's going to happen. I'm not necessarily sure if it's of how great he's playing at the moment. He's played some good games, but it's the sideshow that he's waiting. Is the player going to tackle him high? Is he going to feign for a free kick? Is there going to be a scuffle afterwards? Are the players going to remonstrate? That's what we're watching. So that's the sideshow. I'm just not sure whether that's what, over in the long term in his career, and we hope he has a 200-game career, that's what he wants to be remembered for. Is that fair?
Sam Mitchell was asked about him as well, and he was a little careful in his response.
Clever small forwards, a lot of them in their kit bag is the ability to draw a free kick. Paul Puopolo was a guy I played with for a long time that was a master of it. And there's a real art to it, and that if you're going to be a forward, if you're going to be a small forward, having that in your kit bag is pretty helpful. And Ginnivan's got a really good to genuinely draw a free kick. And our players were very aware of that going into the game, and I thought they handled those situations really well.
A little smirk at the end there. The other factor to it is how the umpires handle it.
Yeah. So if he's not going to get some calls, he might have to live with it because he does sort of play.
He missed some calls today, though.
He did there. They missed a couple. There was a couple that clearly should have been paid. So that's, again, part of it, that he's not getting rewarded for free kicks that he should get because of his reputation already in his career. So it's interesting. If he wants to continue to do that, that's fine. And he's going to get rewarded and he's going to get lots of shots at goal. It's just something he has to be conscious of and be the villain across the competition.
Let's